This is going to be my reaction video to O'Shea Duke Jackson, who's someone who I think is a pioneer in the culture. And also he responded to Tariq. We're going to get right into it. I'm going to be giving my points and I'm going to be giving my thoughts on this whole thing. But the title of the video is "Here's Really Why Black Americans Love to See Tariq Nasheed Roast African-American Immigrants." And that's not true in my opinion, but this is a topic. It's a little old. It's about a couple weeks old, but we're going to get right into it. And I'm going to stop and go. And if you want to hear the whole video forward from this video, just go to the direct link. But if not, we're going to give my reaction and my response to Brother O'Shea.
Or that we have. Because many of us are living
Whoa. Brother O'Shea. Brother O'Shea. That is very, very, very deceptive. That comment, many of us is living in the past, so we love to roast Africans from the diaspora. No, that is not correct. That is a false statement. That's false. Kanye just came out with Black Future Month. Black people are very progressive. Black people are always forward thinkers. I mean, when I look at the people in our culture, we are constantly creating our own tables. We're no longer talking about trying to get a seat at the table. We are forward thinkers. And because of systemic issues, that's why you find the type of stagnant energy that Black people, the predicament that we find ourselves in today. Let's continue the video though. Things. You got the Freedom Land Georgia initiative. The 19 families bought 500 acres to build a sustainable Black community. You have Brother Ben X and the Hereafter Farm. You have the Lakes of Somerville. These are Black syndicates getting together and purchasing 500, 400, 1,000 acres of land with the intentions of solely building safe havens for foundational Black Americans. So that statement is very skewed. That statement is very flawed. And maybe because, you know, Brother O'Shea, I know you did medical school. I think you completed it. Congratulations. But I think it was in Poland. Maybe you've been in Poland dealing with medical school for quite some time, to where you kind of, the grassroots foundational Black American movements, you're not really in tune, maybe. But with all due respect, Brother O'Shea Duke Jackson, that is incorrect. Black people are making progress, and it's a beautiful thing. That's not an accurate statement. Let's keep listening. Being more disciplined than us, and now we want to be mad at them. That is not correct. That is not true. Black people are showing unity. They're unified. Foundational Black Americans are unified. And it isn't tribalism. Black foundational Americans embrace Africans from the diaspora. Foundational Black, look at JT the Bigger Fish. He's over there embracing Africans from the diaspora. And that's us at the core, because we wear dashikis. We embrace the African culture, the music, and we love it. So this whole thing where it's like foundational Black Americans are hating on Africans from the diaspora because they're coming over here and doing better than us. Brother O'Shea Duke Jackson, that is incorrect. That's not correct, brother. Like, you out of touch. Like Tariq will tell you, why will we hate on a brother coming over from a different country to get paper? That's foundational Black Americans at the core are not player haters, are not haters. We congratulate at the core. You're going to have those subsets of individuals who hate on anybody, but that's not what this is about. What this is simply about is, hey, foundational Black Americans are are becoming more unified than ever, becoming codified. And why is there seeming to be pushback from different countries or cultures, from different immigrants, some will call them, or from different individuals? You know, I call them distant relatives. But let's continue the video. Jackson, for the record, I think he's an awesome brother, but we all know HBCUs, that's not Black independence. I mean, you go to Spelman and you're looking at one of the Rockefellers, the founder of Spelman, the wife of the Rockefeller. So these HBCUs, I'm tired of Black people. HBCUs, no. Let's infuse our own independent schools. But you're on the right track, O'Shea. You're on a roll. I definitely want to be clear that when you say this generation is the worst, I disagree. I think this generation has taken all of the mistakes that the previous generations have made. This generation is picking up the pieces from what the previous generation did not set up, because the previous generation did not set up the proper handoff. A lot of times the foundation has to be built, meaning we have to go and buy the land, we have to build the infrastructures, we have to build the cities. Now, our previous generations got us to this point. It isn't a comparison, because we're fighting for liberation. So the previous generation got us to the point to where we can legally be able to read in public, and we can go to the universities, and we can legally get an education now without having to worry about being lynched. The previous generation accomplished that. That's no longer our fight. Our fight now is making it to where they can't legally do a no-knock warrant and kill somebody on the couch, and charges aren't immediately brought into the people that went to the house and killed that innocent person on the couch. These are the issues we're facing in 2022. You can't compare 1930 to 2022 and say they were more productive than us, because we're still seeking 100% liberation and to be treated as, as humans. Okay, so this generation is making progress. When you look at individuals like the Freedom Land Georgia, the Georgia Initiative, where they purchased originally, I think it was a couple hundred. I know they got almost 1,000 acres, I want to say. And they're actively building a Black safe haven. You have the Hereafter Farms. I mentioned this earlier. I got to keep repeating this. Progress is being made, but the same obstacles that our ancestors faced, those same obstacles we are being faced with in 2022. They have not been solved. They have been, they've been haphazardly solved, but we still got issues. We still got major issues. So it's very important that we don't point and look at what everyone else isn't doing. But I want to challenge Brother O'Shea. Your humanitarian work, I know that you are a pioneer in this space, in the content creator space, but I want to challenge you to continue to expand and continue to create these solutions. You say we need a Black medical school. Embark on these visions. Embark on it, because you have the social currency, Brother O'Shea, to create the energy behind it, and you can manifest it in America. And I know you have businesses in Africa, and I know you have businesses that we probably don't even know about, but I challenge you to say, hey, you have what a lot of brothers, you're rich. So you can easily create a school or institution or whatever your heart desires. I'm not the type to tell you what to create, but I definitely challenge you to create something, because, when I think of O'Shea Duke Jackson, and I've only been introduced to O'Shea for 2022, in late 2021, I think of a platform that will tear down his own people for a righteous cause. He'll make videos about, Lizzo, and make videos about Jada Pinkett, whoever's in the media. He's going to make a video. It's going to be comical, and we're going to laugh. I'm going to laugh, and I'm going to click on it and listen. There's definitely some medicine inside of the candy, but I'm like, O'Shea, everybody has their method, and best believe that what Tariq was doing was showing, he was exposing how a lot of Africans from the diaspora feel about foundational Black Americans. And whatever his method was to his madness, I'm pretty sure it all tied into him furthering his initiative. And I get it. A lot of people don't agree with Kevin Samuels' approach. Why is he talking to women like that? Why would he talk to the women that are calling in will never be able to be on the same socioeconomic status as a Kevin Samuels. But there's a method to the madness, because the audience is learning. The audience is like, oh, and a lot of people were saying that, whoa, wow, the vernacular, the verbiage that a lot of the Ethiopians, Somalians were saying, they sound like white supremacists. And I get it, so we're going to wrap this video up. We're not going to be long, but we're going to continue to make more videos. I'm about to get into a study session. I got 3 minutes. My study session starts at 9 o'clock. Okay. Shout out to JT, the bigger figure. I appreciate you even going live with me. It didn't save. We went live earlier today with JT. It did not save, but there'll be more. There'll be more. This isn't a one trying to get one video and get it. No, this is endurance, consistency. Okay. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, a solid person. I think he's a very, very, very influential in the culture, and I just want him to know it's with respect. I get it. Your interest is over there, and my interest will soon be in Africa too, because I want to do business in Africa. I plan on starting an import-export company from Kenya, from Georgia. And with the connections that, some of the individuals I've already been communicating with via through texting and so forth, it's already a green light. So I understand you don't ever want to, but what I asked JT earlier today, and that's why we got to redo our interview. I said, do you ever feel like they'll get to a point where the African governments will start giving foundational Black Americans land? And he broke down some jewels. So, unfortunately, we lost that interview. We're going to try to get it back. Shout out to everybody that's positive, everybody that has a humanitarian strand in their body, everybody who's all about not just being woke, but actually putting in work, because you cannot be woke if you don't put in no work. That to me, that's incongruent. That's not compatible. Let me get into this studying. Like I said, we studying galore. Nursing, NCLEX, books. I'm probably going to go to sleep. It's 9 o'clock, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to study for 3 hours.